Well, hello there in YouTube land and welcome back to the channel. And today we are at Wild West Motoplex for the Yamaha Demo Day. Now, unfortunately, on today's video, we're not going to be able to record while we ride the Yamahas because, well, you know, some idiot did some stupid thing and then he sued, and then Yamaha decided, you know what, on all our demo days, we're not going to have anybody recording anymore. So sucks for everybody, but we did get to ride some bikes, and this is the second time I've ridden some demo stuff, so some Yamaha on the demo day. So what I decided to do is, well, I'll talk to you guys about it while I ride home on my R7, which is a little dirty. I apologize, but I've been busy or lazy. And check out my bag. My bag is huge because I have rain gear, because it has been raining, and then I have camera equipment. So yeah, pretty big bag. Okay, so let's hop on the Yamaha R7 and I'll tell you guys all about the Wild West Motoplex demo day. So it was a fun day of riding, but I'm going to talk to you guys about all the Yamahas that I've ridden so far, not just the ones I've rode today, before I forget about them. So the first bike I rode, see you tomorrow. So the first bike I rode on a demo day for Yamaha was the MT-10, but that was last generation's MT-10. And it was one of those bikes that was on my list as one of my favorites. It was basically the bike that when I saw it, I started looking at the possibility of becoming a bike owner and a motorcycle enthusiast. But then when I got to ride it, it was pretty disappointing, because at that time I had my 750 Suzuki and I was expecting that bike to feel a lot better, a lot more premium, and it did not. It disappointed. It felt like wobbly and weird, so I didn't like it. And then I rode the XSR 900, also last generations, and that was awesome. I loved it. That triple engine, that whirl, I loved it. So next time I rode, and that was at Houston Motorsports, I believe, a couple of years ago. And then I went on Texas Motorsports and to another demo day, and then I rode the new MT-10. And man, did I love it. And that bike is back on the list, and even though I don't like the aesthetics of it as much as I did the last one, this one rides like a dream. It's so great, that engine. And then they had these little exhaust things, or no, not exhaust, little things here that you can hear the engine from there, and it's a great idea. I thought it was stupid, but no, it's great. So the MT-10 it's definitely back on the list, but that was the regular model, the regular MT-10. And then I rode the new XSR 900, and man, the last generation was better. This one is a little sportier, but the suspension is too stiff. The seat is like all these Yamahas, the new Yamahas, I don't know what's going on with their seats. They made them from this material, I believe it's called plywood, and that's the material that they use for the seats. So yeah, they're terrible. Anyway, so that bike, the aesthetics of it, I don't like it as much as the older one. It is nice, but there are some things that I would tweak, but still, it's going on the list because it's a great bike. And then I rode the Yamaha Bolt, the R-Spec version, which has better suspension and whatever. And it was a forgettable bike. It was just, I mean, for somebody who rides Harleys, this bike just does not do it for me. It's a pretty boring bike, and I mean, if you're looking for like a beginner bike, it's not bad because it's not that powerful, even though it's a 950 cc engine. But I don't know, I would rather go with Harley if I'm going to buy a cruiser. Anyway, today we rode the MT-10 SP, and boy, did I spoil it for me, for everybody, for the rest of my life. I'm going to compare that bike to everything else on Yamaha's lineup. It's the best one. I mean, obviously the R1M is going to be better. I don't know, because I've never ridden an R1. They don't bring them to these things, and I don't have a friend with an R1 that I can borrow. So eventually I will I will ride one, but But so far, the MT-10 SP is the best bike of Yamaha's lineup that I've ridden. And it's just perfect. Perfect ergonomics for me. Perfect the way the engine is smooth but powerful. The sounds great. It's comfortable, although the seat, yeah, we discussed the seat, pretty terrible. But the MT-10 SP, the suspension is great. The brakes are awesome. I mean, everything. Aesthetics-wise, meh. I like the old one a lot better, but still, it's not a bad-looking bike. It's definitely going on the list. It's a little bit expensive for my end, so maybe I'll just buy the regular one. But I love that bike. And then after that, I got on the what did I get on? Oh, the Tenere 700. Now this was another bike that was on my list forever. And the Tenere 700 is hard to find, so I was so happy and excited to ride this bike, because I mean, it has the same engine as this bike. I was thinking it was going to feel just as peppy, but for some reason it did not. It felt slow and sluggish, and then it felt, I don't know, very cheap and terrible. I hated it. I mean, since we started the ride, I didn't feel anything that would make me put that bike back on the list, so I removed it from my list. Definitely not buying a Tenere 700. I didn't like it, the way it felt. The suspension, you would feel like, well, this is an off-road focused vehicle. You're going to have a great suspension that's going to handle the bumps. No, it did not. It was pretty stiff and pretty terrible. I hated that bike, all of it, everything. So yeah, the only thing good about it is the look. So yeah, you're better off with something else. Now, I'm not off-road oriented, so I don't know. I can tell you, but for the road, it's a terrible bike. And then I went on the MT-09 SP, and the MT-09 SP is obviously not as great as the MT-10 SP. So as I said, I spoiled it for me forever. But the MT-09 is still a pretty good bike. Now, would I buy that one before the XSR 900? No. Especially not this generation, because I hate the way this one looks. And I'm pretty sure everybody on Yamaha did, because this is the first time they have a bike that only lasted for like 2 or 3 years on the design, and then they changed it right away, and they're coming up with a new one that looks a lot better, a lot sportier, a lot more muscular and angular, because the design of this one was pretty terrible. But it's a very good bike. So if the XSR 900 didn't exist, I would put it on the list. But XSR 900 exists, so it's not going on the list. So after that, there was a stunt show at Wild West, so we saw some stunts, and they had some food trucks and stuff. So it was a fun day overall, but yeah, it sucks that we couldn't record. But well, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you like the video, so give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell button, and share it with all your friends. If you don't like the videos, well, share it with all your enemies. And I'll see you guys on the next one.